Okay, it is time to enter the Panthers Den, and the Panthers are doing very well. They have won 6 out of the last 7.
It's a party in the Den this week. This is the best Den week we've had all season. Let's go.
Currently, at the end of Wednesday night, when they beat the Kings, they were tied for second in the wild card spot with the Montreal Canadiens. That has since changed. They are outside looking in, but they are very, very close right now. They are a win away from being tied, I believe, tied for
second. They'll be tied with the Canadiens unless the Canadiens play tonight.
What happens tonight.
Depending on what happens tonight.
Well, Montreal plays Pittsburgh, so I know Roy would be thinking they're going to win.
Yeah.
Boston hosts Ottawa, so maybe. But either way, the Panthers are right there. If they keep on this path, they'll be climbing up the standings. It'll be all good.
Yeah, they have crawled their way back into contention after being second to last in the Eastern Conference, even though it is quite tight.
It is.
In the East right now. That wake-up call against Colorado really set things straight for the Panthers. It was just one hiccup between that 6 out of 7 that they won. But, yeah, after losing 4 straight, to be on that type of run, getting themselves back into near playoff contention, it's just a good thing to see with, again, Tkachuk's not back yet. Nope. Not a lot of people are back yet, except for Eetu Luostarinen. It's just a good thing to see for the Panthers.
Roy, you called the Colorado game the wake-up call, but I'll push back on that with you. I'll go back to
Nashville, actually.
It was Nashville. I think Nashville was the wake-up call here, where the Panthers were up 1-0 that entire game. They blow the lead very, very late in the third period. The game goes to overtime. They lose on a really dumb goal. And it just felt like everything in the press conference afterwards was kind of like, okay, like, it can't get any worse than this. We can't get any worse than blowing a lead late to the worst team in hockey. And since then, they obviously, that crazy game against Columbus where they stole one 7-6, they beat up really good on the Islanders. That Utah game was closer than the score is closer than the game really was. Got blown out by the Avalanche. And then 3 straight against the Stars, the Lightning, they dominated, and the Kings in a fun one the other night. They're back to playing Panther hockey. They look like the team that we're used to seeing on the ice, and they have been playing Panther hockey by the analytics all year, but the goaltending has tightened up a little bit, the defending has tightened up a little bit, and they just look more like the Panthers. They're controlling the game in the offensive zone more, and look, the biggest part is they're putting results together. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10, and they're right there knocking on the door. Like the Lightning are 3-6-1 in their last 10 because of all their injuries. So the Panthers are right there. You know, a win tonight basically puts them back into playoff position. And all they have to do, we've said it all year long, is just be in striking distance by the time the Olympic break comes around. And they're in striking distance at Christmas. So,
what have you seen from this past week here, David? Because I've seen a team that's kind of gone back to the old ways as far as having an excellent forecheck that their opponents really cannot defend against.
I think right now it's just the depth is starting to show again. Like getting Luostarinen back was big just because when you lose that many forwards, you see the trickle-down effect is pretty significant. But combine getting Luostarinen back with the emergence or the reemergence of Sam Bennett, Carter Verhaeghe catching fire, or just kind of resuming the pace that he's normally played at, save for a slow start to the season. And now suddenly you've got 2 really, really good lines. I mean, the Lundell, Luostarinen, Reinhart line has been a throwback line that we've seen in past years, but with the emergence of Lundell and Luostarinen this season, turning a corner offensively, it's been pretty cool. And then obviously Sam Bennett and Verhaeghe are on fire. Matthew Tkachuk is going to be back within the next few weeks, it looks like, if not sooner, and the depth is going to trickle down even more. Right now, it's an exciting time to be a Panther fan. Like, they're really turning a corner.
You mentioned Luostarinen coming back. It's crazy how much better the lineup looked with just one guy returning to the lineup. Like, it made everybody slot back into their proper slots so much easier. Now Matthew Tkachuk could be back. Eventually, it'll be Gadjevich and Nosek and Schwinn, Kulikov. Like, everything is slowly working back to looking like the roster that we saw in the Stanley Cup final last year. And then obviously the big one will become playoff time, whether they can get the captain back or not.
I mentioned the forechecking. They have Carolina tonight, the other massive forechecking team in this league. What do you see in this one? One of you.
Sorry, I totally distracted myself because I started reading about what the Flyers broadcaster did to get suspended. So
no.
Yeah.
I had that tab still open from when we were talking to Brad Williams, and oh my God.
Yeah, pretty funny. No, Roy, it's going to be,
We're not on the air, are we? Oh my God.
We always know what we're going to get with these Carolina matchups. Look, they can't score on the power play, but they're going to be relentless on the forecheck. But the Panthers kind of, they control these matchups a lot, and this is a good matchup for the Panthers. And, it'll be interesting to see without Barkov and Tkachuk, because it's kind of like two teams. I mean, the Panthers have Reinhart, so they have a little more star power than the Hurricanes. But the question with the Hurricanes is always the star power. So we'll see how it goes tonight. But back-to-back here, Friday and Saturday, and then a couple games next week.
It should be a good test. I mean, Carolina, they're always very solid and consistent during the regular season. Their defensive systems, their structure, it's really solid. I don't think, really, as I knocked my microphone away.
Oh, boy.
No, I mean, like the Panthers, the Carolina's done a good job against the Panthers in the regular season over the last few years. It's just when the playoffs start that Florida just dominates. What are they, like 8-1 in the 2 conference finals that they played against Carolina? So, but again, to Ethan's point, a good test against a good team right now is a good thing for the Panthers because they're playing the best hockey of the season, arguably, right now. Maybe not arguably. So going into this challenging back-to-back, a good team against Carolina, a frisky team against St. Louis, and then a road game against Carolina, Ethan.
Yeah, by the way, St. Louis is 4-5-1 in the last 10. They are 3 points out of a tie in the second wild card spot in the West with the Sharks and the Mammoth.
Yeah, they're right there.
The West is so funny because right now the Columbus Blue Jackets and Sabres are tied for the bottom of the East with 34 points. That would get you 3 points out of a playoff spot in the West.
Yeah. Yeah,
everything is so.
The Blue Jackets will be right there with the Blues right now.
Everything is so bunched up in the East, and those teams are so good. And then there's really a big separation in the West, especially between the top teams where Colorado is 55, Dallas 51, Minnesota 47, and then the next best team is the Golden Knights and Ducks at 42. So.
26 points separate the top of the West from the bottom of the West.
Unreal.
And in the East, 12 separates Carolina from Buffalo? And less than 10, 7 points separates last place Buffalo from first place Detroit? What are we doing?
All right, that is our final show of 2025. We will be covering the Winter Classic.
Yeah, we will.
And then we will head straight into 2026. Our next show is January 9th. Thank you to whoever. Thank you, Rosie.
Have you gotten all your training in for the media skate, Roy?
Yeah, I should be able to glide.
When are we going? Are we going? When is it?
As soon as I get the schedule, I'll let you guys know. You are credentialed. He is credentialed. I am credentialed. Rose was credentialed, except she's out of the country.
She lost it.
She lost that.
She already lost her credential.
She lost it.
I prefer to be in a cruise with the sun than freezing. So, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Who's holding the camera?
Yeah. It'll be Sean McGill, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah!
Son will be helping us out during the Winter Classic, and we appreciate him. In the video room, I have no idea. But thank you to you guys for helping us out.
Gino?
It's Danny and Gino?
I think.
Danny and Gino, thank you for helping us out today. That was clutched by you. Rosie, I miss you. Come back soon, please, because this place will fall apart without you. Ethan?
Do not fall off the ship, Rose. Whatever you do, just don't get lost at sea.
Yeah. I might.
Yeah, don't fall off the boat, please. Brad Williams, thank you for joining us today. That's David Dwork. My name is Roy Bellamy. We will see you in 2026.